Hello and welcome to the Dead Unicorn, the tabletop role-playing game club. My name is Corey and we're playing Shadow Empire, Legend of the Five Rings. I am joined, as always, by Matt, Sasha, Tarek, Crystal, and Matt.
Bump it up. Bump it up.
Hey, you said
You
Matt
said
twice.
Matt twice.
Did I say Matt?
Not
twice?
James.
Where's my twin?
James. James is the person I miss. I miss James. I'm sorry, James. You're a valued member of this team.
Bump it up.
We're having we're having trouble though recently. You're a team player, right?
Try to be.
You wouldn't mind taking a pay cut so we can continue operating at normal costs, right?
Normal capacity.
Normal capacity.
Well, I'm afraid you'll run into a early civilization bug with that. But you know, the whole Gandhi loop back to nuking everything level. Considering you pay me $0 a year, a cut from that would loop back to you having to pay me $1 million.
No one gets
a year.
paid here. I could show you my numbers. I get $17 a month right now. We're going to pump those up. Okay.
That's good money.
Everybody,
That's
how
Taco
you
Bell money.
doing? We're going to play some samurai
Taco Bell.
game. I would like to say who won the poll if y'all would let me.
Is it me? Did I win?
It is you.
Oh,
It is 100% you. How did you know?
didn't I win last time too?
No, you did.
Oh, I know why
How
I
did
have a
that
kitty
happen?
visitor. I have a small
No, now you
take
should
the
not have
win.
been a part of
I'll
that
take-
poll. So
I'll take-
Naren wins. You know what?
Yeah, Naren
Naren and Dice K, you split the pot today.
How does that work?
I will just take my void from last game. Last
Yeah.
last game. Because I didn't use it.
I can't believe I'm. You know what? I'm being scatterbrained. I'm being weird.
I would have loved it if I won this week though, because then I could use that instant success to just find the guy and come back and look really cool.
I don't remember what we were doing last week. I feel like there's.
I made a deal with a
Oh
devil.
fuck! Yeah, I forgot about that.
And,
You're fucked.
And
We're all fucked.
and Daisuke got fucked.
In the
Literally.
best way possible.
You're also about to get fucked, but not.
Not in the same way.
I'd like everybody.
And of course, that doesn't count as him eating gaijin food.
Oh god.
Speaking of zero money making from this channel, I have a book that I'm trying to sell. I'm kickstarting it, so if I don't make enough money, it goes nowhere, does nothing. But I've already invested some money. We got some artwork made for it. Go check it out in the link below. It is called City in Starlight, and it is made for your favorite RPG system, whether that be Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition, or Cypher system. And if your favorite system isn't any of those three, you're wrong. That's not your favorite system.
Or
Yeah.
at least
You just don't
the
know any better.
asterisk on your favorite system is amongst those that have an OGL.
Yeah.
Or
Get-
our D20 beast.
Get your system to have an open game license, dang it. And no, I don't think I gotta look into Genesis and see what the legality behind that is.
Do it. Make it a Star Wars game.
Make it a Star War. Make it. It's graduation week. It's time for people to, I don't know, grow up from childhood, move on from their lives, go get jobs and houses, and leave behind the triviality of their childhood. So when you introduce your character, please also tell me what you left behind in life when you moved into adulthood and what you kind of regret. Your biggest childhood.
As a character?
I was thinking of you, but y'all want to do it as your character?
That's a little fucking personal.
Yeah, let's get personal. Let's
Okay.
get personal. Right?
Let's
I
start
had-
with Matt.
The biggest thing I think I regret is I had these Micro Machine play sets that would close and open these little, and then they snap together to build a city. So I'd have like a fire station, and it would just be like this little plastic box. It would open, and then it would create. It had like a street on it, and then inside would be all the pieces of the fire station you'd build, and it would come with a little fire station car. And then the police station would be another one, and they would click together, and then you'd have this giant city of Micro Machines that you built out of these cubes, and it was freaking cool, and I loved it. And I got rid of it when I started moving on with my life. But there you go.
Would it be too real to be like, I regret never having a dad?
That's not. I'm talking about things you had to give up when you moved on from childhood to adulthood.
I had to give up my dad.
You had to give up my dad.
That's biggest regret of going into adulthood. So it's not necessarily a giving up. I have something, but it's not a giving
All
up.
right, go ahead. You start.
Yeah, James, start. Tell us what you got.
All right, I play Ide Youngso, the tiny tank and shinobi poet of our group. Only second as poet to Doji Daisuke. Okay. And my biggest regret on adulthood is starting smoking these. I wish I never started.
I like
gave
that.
him up as
That's
a child,
strong.
and then you. Yeah.
Who's next?
Let's say Crystal.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Crystal. I play Moshi Sora, the super tall, skinny fire Shugenja who apparently everybody is in love with.
Daisuke is neutral. Unless you hit on him, then he'd be like, oh, you're interested. Okay.
Oh, you'll take anything you can get?
I thought the Crane were supposed to be more picky.
That's just a front.
I was thinking real hard about, like, Corey's question, and I don't know.
How is this a hard question?
Like, what did I have to give up when I moved on to being an adult?
Who are you, my therapist? Jesus Christ.
I don't
I mean, I got two regrets that I
really
could share with
feel
you.
like I was forced to leave anything behind. I don't know. Maybe, I guess, biggest regret from when I was a kid would probably be never telling the boy that I loved that I liked him.
That's not a regret.
Oh.
Screw that guy. Fuck him.
Damn.
Matt, you can go next.
All right. Well, I mean, I have two regrets that I can share, but before that, character intro. All right, I played Doji Daisuke from the Crane clan, and he is a funny, fumbling, bumbling warrior poet, to say the least. But other than that, though, so I do have two regrets that I want to share. And the one thing I believe I lost was my optimism for other people, for sure, and that continues to be a trend. And let's see. Two of my biggest regrets. One, not letting the people in the dental school put amalgam fillings in my teeth because I wound up having mercury poisoning all through my 20s. That was fun to go through, which led to my health declining, panic attacks, and all sorts of fun stuff. But don't worry, they're out of my system now. Second regret, choosing graphic design as a backup career and not going straight to school for animation. But maybe I saved myself from like a whole bunch of other issues that are going on right now in the industry. So I don't know. But those are two of my major regrets.
I would just like to fact check this for you real quick. Amalgam fillings don't cause mercury poisoning.
They have mercury as a binder.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't cause mercury poisoning.
Well, I mean, my body would say otherwise since I removed them. I felt a lot better.
It must have been something else because mercury poisoning is permanent.
That's true.
It never
Mercury
leaves
poisoning.
the system.
Mercury poisoning is what kills people and also drives them insane, like people in Rome who were drinking out of. No, that was lead. Lead is what will
Hatters
drive
is
Either way,
mercury.
it's still
Anyways,
heavy
Yeah.
metal poisoning.
But mercury will kill
Gotta
you.
move on from this.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I
Sorry,
was
I didn't
thinking-
want it to be a thing.
I was thinking of some frivolous nonsense you had when you were a kid that you had to give up because you were being an adult, not any of this heavy shit. What's the matter with you people? Can't you do
Because
gags?
we realized that
You laughed.
You should have mentioned it.
I did, and I gave an example.
Sorry, I got one for you.
But whatever.
I
Go,
think-
go off. Go do
We
your
can
thing.
go back and get all that frivolous stuff
My
again.
name is Eric,
Continue
and
with the introductions.
I play Shishiro Kuranagi, your
And I'm
friendly
an
neighborhood.
alcoholic.
God, you stole. Okay, I got another one.
Did you give that up? Were you an alcoholic when you were like 10?
No, I was just trying to be a shitter. My name is Derek. I play Shishiro Kuranagi, your friendly neighborhood scorpion, and she is totally not poisoning you with mercury right now. And the thing I had to give up to transition into adulthood was happiness. I'll go ahead and pass it off to Sasha.
Wow. I'd like a divorce.
Nearly the same answer as I did. Good job, Tarek. I would
And
high
you
five
found
you
it
if I
again?
could.
I didn't say that. I just said I had to give it up when I was a child. I'm just trying to be a shitter.
All I'm
I'll keep
saying-
it rolling. I'm
all
making
I'm
fun. I'm
saying
making
is
light.
Let's get this
that
cry
you
train
were-
going today.
Not telling someone that you love them like Crystal did, those would be fighting words. We would be off stream. You would be on the floor bleeding.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
probably.
saying.
I would never say that though.
That's all I'm saying.
I have
Hi, I'm Sasha.
I'm a little
The
lost
thing I
on
mean,
what you meant.
The thing I miss that I could from childhood is when I made things for people and I gave them to people. They actually thought it was cute and kept them. Try to make things as an adult. People are just like, oh, nice, into the garbage.
Yeah.
There it goes. So that's what I miss. That's what I feel like I had to give up now. You know, legally an adult, no one gives a shit anymore. They're like, buy a fucking gift card, loser. Get a job. And I'm like,
That's so nice, Sasha. We're putting it right here up on the fridge for you. Where everybody
Yeah.
can see it.
oh no, the dog ate it.
how terrible.
Thank you.
You know-
Thank you for the cup holder. It's an ashtray.
I gotta say,
And
this sounds like a 20 to 30 something problem. Because once you start getting, like, my age again, when you start getting into your 40s, everybody already has everything that they want or needed. So now I've gone back to buying people stuff that I make myself. And they very much more appreciate that now. It's weird.
Yes.
But yeah, I make my own barbecue sauce and I send it to everybody for the holidays and they love it.
That and apple butter.
Apple butter. We just make stuff and then send it to people as gifts, and they are super duper appreciative. We're in a different age bracket now, I guess.
yes, I'm 21. I am not ancient.
Yeah. You better buy your best friend a video game. You better buy him.
I know.
What is it that Section 33 or Order 30? What is that game called?
Oh, Claire Obscura Expedition 33.
Expedition 33. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I play Bayushi Naorin. She definitely doesn't eat anything that Kuranagi touches, and that's why she doesn't have mercury poisoning. She's
Proud that
Bayushi,
you learned.
party duelist, yeah, she fights people. Sometimes because she feels like it, but sometimes because it just has to happen. That's what she's good at. And yeah, that's me.
You
Did
know,
we
I
go
just-
to everybody? Has everybody gone?
Yeah,
Or has
everybody's
James
gone now.
Not gone.
Yeah, I
You
just have
started
one
with it.
little thought that I had there, and that is that really excellent role I had on eating the food at the Blood Speaker Tower may have been due to my being friends with Kuranagi for so long. I just built up a tolerance to various poisons.
That's actually Naren because she has an advantage for that.
Wargis
Yeah.
says his neighbors
She-
made washing powder and handed it out. He very much enjoyed that. I don't know what washing powder is, like laundry detergent or
Yeah, it's a laundry
I'm
detergent,
assuming.
but it can also be used in other
Yeah.
cleaning applications.
can I wash my butt with it?
Probably not.
Can
I
I-
wouldn't recommend it. I'm assuming that's gonna have.
Is
like,
it too
baking
abrasive
soda
for my
in it.
buttocks?
It might be a bit too
It's
abrasive.
gonna
Too
burn.
abrasive for your butthole, yeah.
If it has baking soda in it, which I assume washing powder would, it would probably bleach your butthole a very nice shade.
Ooh, that sounds great. We can do.
I think washing powder has baked baking soda, which I actually had to make for. Oh, right. I was trying to get the weird smells out of our sheets. You know how,
Wow.
yeah, sheets start to smell off after you've had them for a while.
I don't know
And,
what you're
like,
talking about.
We work up
I
quite a
think that would
sweat
be
in those
really
sheets. I'm just saying.
What are y'all doing on your sheets that the special cleaning?
Basically-
Detail.
This is why you shouldn't really bring food
baking
into
soda.
the bedroom.
Changes the chemical composition, and it's one of those things that can get like smells and stuff out of cloth.
I was gonna make a stupid joke about washing your butt with baking soda and then pouring vinegar on it and making it a volcano.
Whistle
Rocket propelled
warning
across the
bird.
bathroom.
Winning out of science fair, I believe.
Oh my god.
I think
Bernie.
if you turned your butt into a volcano, I think that would qualify as winning a science
In
fair.
case there are any young impressionable children watching, why? But also, or
Don't
just
do
a
that.
really stupid adult. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No.
What? I mean, you could use a funnel.
Funny? Don't do it.
And if anybody's thinking of making a Jackass episode, don't do that either.
We put the fun in funnel.
Okay, so we've been at it for like 20 minutes now.
I don't care. This was fun.
That brings you why?
This was good. This good talk, guys. I
Good
loved
talk.
it. Good talk.
Yeah, we talked about
Oh, you know what, Corey? I got
fart
another
in a
one.
baking soda cannon.
Stop.
Of being a child,
Wait, hold on.
being able to make my ass a volcano.
Yes.
I can't do that anymore as an adult, and I am very sad about it.
Tarek, I disagree.
Okay,
Your
yeah,
bathroom
my,
activity.
My ass is still a volcano. It's just a volcano of a different material.
Okay, moving on.
You just
told
have
me I
food
just wanted
poisoning.
to
That'll
agree
take care of
with you.
everything.
I'd like to play L5R today. Moving on from ass-canos.
Oh, there it is. Baking soda turns it from sodium bicarbonate to sodium carbonate.
This is true.
So remember, if you're bi, don't get baked. It'll turn you into
The carbonate.
into a regular carbonate. Okay. You guys are outside of the Dokugeru Dojo in Unicorn area. It is getting to be evening-ish. Y'all are in the evenings.
And it is kind of cold
And-
being winter.
My map is super weird.
I know. I've been trying to do something to fix your map, and I don't know what happened. Don't
Me
worry about it.
neither.
You don't need to use it. There should be no use. You know what? Maybe I'll switch this. To the
My
under-
map should be useless.
Here, we'll change it to the underwater grotto and then change it back. Let's see how that works. Nope.
The game is also paused as well.
You don't need it, Crystal. You don't need it. It's
I
unpaused.
don't need it.
You don't need the map. Here, I'm going to show it to all of the peoples out in the world of YouTube that have been following this stream with rabid intention.
Oh, we're just on the city.
Yeah, we're just on the city. No worries.
Oh, you had a blank page? I'm sorry, the curse
It's
transferred to you.
not
'cause the last
really
two sessions
blank.
I had that problem.
It's light gray with some dark gray round cornered squares and some white outline rectangles.
Those white outline rectangles show the farmland and mountains. Those little gray ones should be your journal notes.
Mm-hmm, the
So-
places of note.
So
I figured.
you can write stuff in there. Everybody should have permissions to all of them, so you can write stuff and remind yourself what's in them. Okay, you guys are in Unicorn District. You're at the dojo. You're done with the business at hand at the dojo, hopefully, and you have all gathered, and you can talk about your next moves or what you're gonna do. Or if
I know we were planning on going to the Unicorn Lord's house next, but it's getting late, I'm cold, and I would like a hot bath. Does anyone have any objections to going there tomorrow?
No.
No, that sounds reasonable.
I think that is totally reasonable.
okay,
I would almost certainly say so.
Excellent.
back to home base you go.
Back to home base.
And Daisuke, would you
That's
mind walking in
dinner.
front of me and being a windbreak until we get to the boats?
Oh, yes, why certainly. I would most definitely enjoy the hot bath right afterwards.
I could
Sure.
totally do with some windbreaking as well.
Very quiet so that only Kuranagi hears me when I lean over and whisper and go, "You just want to be behind Moshi Sora."
I'll
True,
try
but
not
keep
to
quiet.
break wind in front of him. Her.
It's okay if you do.
No. No.
Oh, by the way, is Daisuke still patting
I'm with
himself
you guys.
out?
No, I was asking if you were still wearing your fat suit.
Not at this point.
I mean, like, everybody
Oh, that'd be
figured it
good
out.
insulation, though. That'd be good insulation. Yeah, good idea. But everyone already knows what Daisuke looks like. It's a moot point.
Kuranagi has some other plans for the evening. Plans that may require some assistance.
Okay.
You gonna tell anyone?
She's gonna tell Naurin to meet up in Naurin's the pillow fort that she built in Naurin's bedroom.
Pillow fort. Futon
Then she's
fort.
gonna like turn around and she's gonna be like, "I bet you're wondering why I've summoned you."
Exactly. Spin around on a tatami mat.
Yeah, like scooching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
And then pick
Hold
up
on.
the big pillow that's
Hold on.
between you and them and go set to the side.
Yeah. Welcome to my office.
This is my bedroom.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's my office.
Anybody
So we
else?
go back, we eat,
Okay.
we take hot baths. I deal with the coded message to see what it says.
I do none of those things and instead do something else after talking to Naurin.
And I'm going to work on the anti-lion propaganda.
Oh.
Bold of you to assume that they'll allow you to anti-propagandize. Agit-prop.
So-
Agit-prop.
The letter, the note on the receipt that you have gotten. It says this. one, that they're glad that you finally are able to touch base, but two, they are very upset that you led spies directly to the establishment, and now the establishment is burned, and you can no longer use that place. They will try and figure out a new place for you to make contact now. Stand by.
Who was that directed to?
Mm.
Yep.
And just to clarify for all the people at home, by burned, you don't mean they literally burned the establishment.
No.
Meaning it in burn notice style method.
Yes.
Wait, so the shop was a front?
The shop
miss
was a
that?
front. The shop was a front the entire time.
Oh no, I have been affronted.
Even while Daisuke was there?
Yes. The shop
Does that mean
was
that
always
I
a
can
front.
finally check off on my thing that Daisuke spied on somebody?
No, he did not spy on anybody. They did not know it was a front when they first visited there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
It was
I'm just
always
being-
going to be the contact point, and there was always going to be some contention around it. But I didn't think it would be that early. So now they have to figure something out, because that shop, they assume that shop is going to be watched now. So
On
they
the
have to
fly.
figure out something else. So it may be, once the heat dies down, it may be able to be used as a front again in the future. But as of right now, too much heat.
All I can hope is that maybe my uncle gets the one word coded message I sent to him of just why, and he's able to send a letter directly to me somehow. But right now I'm going, until I get my answers, I can't move forward.
I mean, the unicorn have pretty much given you their stance on what has happened. And I guess you can assume that your uncle is hanging low so no one can track him down because the unicorn are after him.
Which I don't know why they are. They never said that part to me. They just said they wanted to find him.
Yes.
There's also the aspect of my uncle is saying for our entire family to leave the unicorn and the Ide. And I'm going, why? I
Yep.
need to know why.
Yep. That is absolutely correct.
And that's all I know right now. So
Isn't it interesting being part of a family of spies?
we were also the tradition keepers while the Kirin were gallivanting outside Rokugan. So
Interesting that.
so centuries of waiting for them to come back and he's going to throw it away. I need to know why.
Yeah. You really
Especially
do.
as the only thing I've heard is little slips that it has to do with Moto Nomen, and I'm going, but Moto Nomen is
Let's think for a second why Moto Nomen might be wanting to distance herself from the traditions and embrace something outside of herself.
You have a job that your daddy gave you.
and also the Ide gave me too.
That's right.
It's the same job, different places to put them. But I don't want to collect him until I know where I'm going to put him. And I won't know where I'm going to put him until I know why.
Wait, are you a Pokemon master? Catching them all? Putting them in storage box A?
Let's go to Matt. You're just going to make a roll, right? You're just going to roll for poetry.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll for poetry. If you do not mind.
Poetry. So here's the thing. You already made a poetry roll, and you're just modifying this poem to be a better poem.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to allow for this roll, it's going to be a TN3.
Uh-huh.
But you can set any one of your dice to a success with opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
it
basically,
was
I'm
already
adapting it?
successful. So you're just modifying something that was already successful. So you get to roll your dice and then change one of your ring dice, one of your black dice, to, I believe success with opportunity is on one of those dice, right?
Okay.
Should
So
be.
I'm basically adapting it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Excellent.
on the when you make your roll, there'll be a bunch of dice on the side there, and the one that says success with opportunity, you can pull that into your dice pool and replace one of your dice with it.
All right. Yes.
No, there is no success with opportunity. You do one of your white dice then. White die has success with opportunity on it.
Okay.
Change one of your white dice to success with opportunity.
All right. 1 second. Success with opportunity. Where are you, buddy?
The third one from the bottom, and you can drag it in and replace any one of your dice with that. Any one of your white dice with that.
All right. Ooh. Okay. It looks like it's trying to make me do a reroll, but I don't understand why it checked off every other dice.
Because it's adding a new one to the pool, swapping one out.
So you take the die that you want to change, and you drag it to the to that die,
Uh huh. Which I
Right.
did. So
and it should come up with a little pink icon with an arrow that goes, and that means you've changed that die.
okay. So do I just hit finalize the step?
Finalize that
Yeah.
step. Yeah,
Okay. All right. That works a lot better for me.
you did
Alright.
it, and now you can start choosing which dice you want to keep.
Okie dokie. All right, and I'm glad that I made my water ring a 5, so I can keep 5 dice now. Yippee!
Jesus.
Ooh.
He's a monster. And do extra successes improve?
Of
All
course.
that means when you raise your rings to extreme level is now that my bad guys will have to be even more tougher.
Yes, more tougher.
Keep them at the same level. I want to destroy scrubs. I want to destroy scrubs, Corey. Don't take this away from me. Alright, so I got 3 opportunity. And I'll use one of those opportunity to take away the strife I'm going to get from this roll. And that'll leave me with 2 more opportunity left. So let's take a look at what all the opportunities can afford me.
Water opportunities are pretty good.
Opportunities. Whether the weather is hot or whether the weather is cold, there's just one thing that you need to be told.
Negotiation, contested.
Climate is different all around the world.
So far, the ones I'm seeing, okay, perform the task efficiently, completing it more quickly, or saving supplies. Maybe. And then providing assistance to the next character to attempt the check to accomplish something similar, or spot an interesting physical detail present in your environment not directly related to your check. At the GM's discretion, you may establish a piece of terrain or a mundane object nearby. And that's under the general use. Anything else doesn't seem... Well, maybe espionage, but...
You're not espionaging anything. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Nope.
not negotiation or anything else of the sort.
You're doing a
you're
downtime thing.
Yes.
Your downtime crafting.
Okay, downtime use. Remove 1 strife or fatigue per opportunity spent this way, or make a new friend while under... You know what, let's go ahead and make a new friend.
Make a new friend. friend.
Mhm.
You're gonna make a new friend. Make a new friend.
Also, if I were you, instead of using the generic remove one strife per opportunity spent this way,
Oh?
I would use the specific water one that just says remove 2 strife. Just saying.
I mean, that's kind of what I did with the roll.
But you still have more opportunity to spend that way.
Yeah, so went down
You can
to
only
two.
spend 1 to remove 2 strife.
Yes,
not
yes. So
3.
essentially, I'm using that opportunity to like remove the 2 strife like that I gained. So
And then
And
you're
then
getting a
using
friend.
1 to remove 2 strife overall. So you're removing 4 strife, which would lower you down.
No,
So
the
not
make a
to-
new friend thing takes 2 of his 3 opportunity. I'm just saying it sounded like he was initially going to be using 1 opportunity to remove 1 of the strife that he gained from this roll, as opposed to
plus-
the general remove 2 strife from yourself.
plus, we're also going to get ready to go to bed, which will essentially bring our composure back to half our, strife.
That happens every time you end a scene.
Yeah. So
Strife doesn't go down from sleeping. Sleeping does not get rid of strife.
where?
It does get rid of fatigue, but not strife.
Mhm.
To get rid of strife, you'll need Sleepy Dan for that.
Oh look, a cudgel
Dan.
that'll help me sleep. Bonk.
I don't feel comfortable with Sleepy Dan being around while I'm sleeping.
No, no, no. He's very comforting.
A little too comforting.
Oh lord.
You're a bottom, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a bottom.
Your character or you? Because I know you, Crystal.
Sora's probably a top. And Crystal is also probably a top.
How dare you, sir?
I'll refrain from answering.
Yeah. But we know.
So you want to make a friend? Is that it?
Sure, sounds fun.
What kind of friend you want to make?
A boyfriend.
Sleepy Dan.
Someone who probably has a vendetta against the Lion Clan and probably is enthusiastic about, propagating the message a little bit.
No, no. I mean, like, do you want like a friend of a servant of the castle? Do you want to make a friend of one of the people, like a guard? Do you want like where are you headed?
Where are you meeting this friend? Who are they?
Oh man, okay. Huh. Probably a servant of the castle, because like I would probably be writing down the poetry, adapting it a little bit, and probably asking
All right.
my servant to kind of get me supplies or help brainstorm ideas. Maybe bring in like a servant who's like, all right, I want your opinion on this, something like that.
So, do y'all remember what I named the groundskeeper?
Willie.
No,
I don't think you ever gave us a name.
I don't think he got a name either. Because I got several names here. I got Lady Kokanoe, which is the Oiran. I have Shison. I have Jobu. And I have Keru Akira. And I remember what Keru Akira was.
Or maybe one of the
Was Jobu or Shison one of the names of the...
Shison,
who you
you
could make a
definitely
friend?
mentioned, but who was that?
like weren't there the children of Kero Sobe or Miyagenda?
Oh, I have that noted down, who the son is.
Yep, I got the Miyagenda, people. Hold on, let me just open that document up.
Shison. Shison was the guy that we met outside who wanted to look around the castle.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Shison. Keru, Shison. was
The guy who gave us the message.
Miyakita is the son.
Got it.
The
Okay.
son of Miyagenda is Miyakita, and then
Miyakito.
and Mia Atsuko is the daughter.
Mia Atsuko is the daughter, and Miyakito is the son, and he has a wife named Mia Tamao.
Tomato.
Yeah, tomato. Mia Tomato.
Made of tomato. Oh, you can make a
Oh, we
friend
gave
out of
her a
your
gaijin name.
Hiroto.
Tamago.
Mia Tamago. Mia Egg. Tamago.
You can make a friend out of your servant Hiroto.
Oh, I mean,
Or-
he's
or-
already
hear me
a
out here.
friend and confidant, so...
Hear me out here. You could also make a friend out of the woman you just banged, and that way you can have a more long-term situationship going on.
Or like maybe get some, also like some information from the Dokugeru as well.
Hey, situationship, go for it.
Is that what you want? All right, let's give this
Sure.
unnamed lady a name.
Actually need to mark that off.
Dokugeru.
Because that was on my bingo card, but I did
Oh.
not think it was gonna happen.
Guys, let's give this lady a name. Come on. Let's her name is
Dokugeru.
her name is Dokugeru Tomago.
Yeah, I love it. Tamago. She is egg.
Please don't.
Her name is egg.
I mean, I guess that could be a nickname, but it better not be her real name.
What's up, egg?
Maybe it's Tomoko, but she's like, no, call me Tomago. Maybe she heard like some sort of gaijin say,
That's her
try to say
kind of wording
tomato.
afterwards. Like, he'll never be able to find me again if I tell him my name is Tamago. No one will believe him.
I had a character named Hito Wasabi once.
That's true.
I mean, that's just
My brother
you
had a
being
character
silly.
whose name was Hita Brick.
Your brother had a character named Eat a Brick.
Funny.
Yeah,
Not Heat a Brick, Eat a Brick.
Eat a brick.
Eat a brick.
You mean eat
And he
it?
just wanted to eat a brick.
You just eat this brick. So Dokugeru, yeah.
Yeah, like we could go with Tamago as a commonly referred nickname, but
I like
her
it.
real name's Tomoko.
Tamago. Sure, we've done it. It is canonized.
Hey, I left her breathless. What
What?
can I
She's
say?
now a member of the 4th Street Saints?
Hmm? What?
He said they were canonized, so I said, oh, so they're part of the 3rd Street Saints?
I have no idea what that means.
They're from
Saints
Chicago.
Row video game.
Oh,
Saints
okay.
Row video game. Joining the gang is getting canonized.
Hmm. I always heard that as a literary term.
We're gonna start naming Dokugeru thugs after sushi toppings.
Ooh. Just call me Unagi.
Okay, your poem is done. You have succeeded.
His poem.
Poem.
Poetium.
Also, you said this lady's name is Dokugeru Tamago.
Keru Tamago.
Oh, yeah, that's basically what I was gonna say.
I have to write down
Keru.
Dokugeru so I know exactly where they are, because there's 3 Kerus, okay?
Uh-huh.
There's Mia Keru, there's Mia no Keru, there's Dokugeru Keru, and there's Boseki Keru. It's confusing,
And then there's just Fwog.
and I made it confusing on purpose, I guess.
I think so.
Well, it's like, it's how societies work and stuff. I want it, I wanted my my college education not to go to waste here and make a good adventure in a city.
His
Oh.
degree is in journalism.
Yeah, not anthropology.
Or sociology.
Or
to go back
sociology,
to
yeah.
school.
Sociology. What am I saying? Anthropology.
Hey, you made a friend.
Okay, yeah. It is now, unless Sarah. Sasha is now Sasha and Tarek, unless Crystal, you have something you have planned.
I don't have any particular plans.
I didn't think so.
Do you want to stay up all night with me and have some fun in the shadows?
I feel like I need to leave.
I mean, this is you and Sasha, right, Tarek?
No, I meant.
No, he was talking to you.
I meant to say, if you wanted to come and join us for some all-night fun adventure, then in the shadows, then you're more than welcome to. But I figure Moshisora is probably not down for that kind of tussle.
Can you make this sound any hornier?
What? I'm just talking about going and roughing up some men in the streets,
I
and
mean,
then getting back to the sheets.
your character probably knows that mine is not into indiscriminate violence.
Oh, I'm not actually doing indiscriminate violence. I just have a deal that I have to make good on, and that will require me to go out into the streets.
If she was
at
doing
overnight.
indiscriminate violence, she would sneak off on her own.
Yeah.
Because
I
Navarin ain't gonna do that
kind
either.
of figured.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
but
They're using
It
protection.
is still technically like clandestine work, so I don't know if Moshisora wants to be involved in.
Moshisora would probably not be very good at sneaking around.
Yeah, understandable.
She is large and uses fire to fight.
Yeah,
Sure.
Mostly.
Mostly. They only come out at night, mostly.
I don't.
Okay, make your plan.
Okay, so Naurin and Kuranagi in the bedroom.
With the pipe.
Can we phrase it a different way?
No. So Kuranagi, once they're in the room, she will like make sure that nobody's listening, like double check outside, look around, and be like, okay.
Okay.
Um,
You do your rounds, you make sure you're safe.
yeah, and then she will be like, okay,
check-
so
Check to make sure those nightingale boards work.
yeah, make sure that there's no make sure there's no spiders in the room.
Probably.
Wow, okay, yeah. You can make a
But-
sweep for spiders.
Just play. But I will. And then Kuranagi will be like, so.
What about Bobo?
at
Do you
the-
kick Bobo out of the room?
No, Bobo can stay.
Is Bobo in Naren's room?
I was gonna say, is Bobo there?
Bobo can be wherever he wants.
Yeah, if he wants to be
I
in
mean,
here,
basically,
he is more
yeah.
than welcome. I will give him food. But she will look at Naurin and say, so I while we were at the Dokugeru earlier, I stayed behind to discuss some things with them.
I remember.
Yeah. That was an effort to expedite the process of getting a positive reputation in the city for us both. I figured it was going to be an uphill battle for two people who are associated with a scorpion and have some history in the city to make that more positive in a swift manner. That being said, the Dokugeru have offered to assist in that after a bit of fisticuffs.
Really?
Yeah. However, there is something I must do for them in return. Something I offered to do for them in return.
And what is that?
Find the base of the Boseki in one day.
Naren blinks a few times and Why would you offer to do that? Did you set the time limit?
Yes. I have faith in us to be able to do that very swiftly.
Clearly. You realize the only in I have with Rancid Yomachi is to kill someone, and I don't really do that on demand.
Sure. But that might not be the only way that we can go through with this. But I wanted to talk to you ahead of time to make sure that you were in agreement.
That depends. You know me, and you know what I am and am not willing to do.
Sure.
So, since this is your proposition, I assume you have some bright idea, otherwise you wouldn't have offered.
Well, there are a few ways that we can go about this, but I wanted to spitball some of the ideas with you. See where you would feel most comfortable. If you want to be involved at all. If not, I will go and do my own thing and try to ensure that it's taken care of. Though I may also need to use your face for a little bit, but don't worry, it's not a painful process.
Do not use my face.
Why not? It's a really nice face. We're
She
about the same
frowns.
height. And I have practiced my now voice.
I sound nothing like that.
Oh, is it angrier? She does a frowny face like Naurin.
Naurin frowns.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Well, my family is actors, so
Right.
it's a family trait. Anyway, mimicry is the best form of flattery.
Do you have a use for me then, after all, or are you
I
simply
do.
going to
I
sneak
really
off?
do. If you wish to be involved, I'd like to have you be involved. But I also don't want it to come back against you should things, they're going to figure out somebody found their hideaway because their hideaway isn't public.
Well,
And
if
if
you
you're
have-
involved, then it might trace back to you.
I certainly do not mind being involved. However,
I mean, I didn't think you had much interest in actually making friends with the Boseki.
I don't know. There was the idea that we would help unite the Karoo in order to assist Daisuke, but honestly,
But if
I don't really care that much for it outside of what I need it for.
but
So if we get reputation
I mean,
some other way,
think about it this way: if Rancid Yomachi really is using some kind of dark magic, like blood magic,
then do I really want to be involved?
do you
with
want to
them?
be associated with him in any way, shape, or form?
No.
I'm not even sure that Daisuke wants to be involved in any way, shape,
No.
or form.
In fact,
And
I
he would have
wouldn't
learned
mind-
that if he was not busy diving into the
I
goddess of
understand.
whatever woman he sees on the street.
He's come back diseased, I'm sure.
I don't. He
We,
should probably
if
see a temple.
perhaps the way to unite the Dokugaru is in fact to get rid of
Removing-
Rancid Uemachi, if
Ah,
he is
it
what
was-
they are worried that he is.
It was a thought that crossed my mind, but what
needs to go
opportunity
pray
would
the
we have
function
to
of,
rise up in that organization?
Which is the one for
We
like fortitude?
remove the head of it.
You have my interest. If there is someone's head who needs removing, I am certainly the best option for it. But
Even if it means that we have to remove somebody else to get to it.
I don't remember.
he frowns. If a lion crosses my path and chooses to draw their sword at me or threaten you or your safety or the safety of our group, then I will certainly clash with them and I will not hold back. But I am not going out on the streets trolling for a head to take.
Understand. Real quick, I want to ask a question of Corey. The Boseki have a docks and a stable, right?
No, they don't have a stable. They have.
Oh, we burned down the stable. Yeah, okay. But the docks, right? Didn't the stable get burned
No,
down?
the docks are the Dokugeru, and the Boseki are attacking the docks, and like
They're attacking a set of docks, but I thought the Boseki also had a dock that they were using as well.
They had a boathouse.
A boathouse.
Yeah,
That's
what
what
we
it
have.
is. A boathouse. So they have a boathouse, and what district was the boathouse in?
Lion
Dragon, right?
District.
It was in the
Lion.
Lion District?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is dangerous.
Well, yes. Except if we're going to try to talk to the Boseki as good little participants, and a lion wants to go past our past. The lion, you have to understand, are very predictable people. They go to sleep at like 7 in the afternoon, like crazy, so that they can wake up super early, like crazy people.
Naren not like sagely nods. Like, yes, this is
So
insanity.
anyone in the Lion District who is of the Lion Clan who is wandering around this late at night would obviously be someone who is looking for trouble to begin with, or a guard, in which case we probably don't want to go after them. But if there is someone who is up to no good out there in Lion District, we might be able to manufacture a situation.
Naren frowns. I am not.
You're
interested in
very good at
manufacturing a
provocation.
situation.
And they already want to hurt us. The problem is they would need to be the one who is aggressing.
I have no interest in picking a fight. I've already told you. But, and there's another issue. I do not believe it is wise for the two of us to go into Lion District on our own. They have a full, from my understanding, their army is there. They have many more people than we do.
Sure,
Going
but they're
in there,
also hamstrung by the sense of honor that they cling to.
yes, but they also have official right to the city. We are the enemy, and instead of agreeing to duel me, they may simply say arrest us, and then we will be in a good deal of
Which
trouble
is
if we
why
go on
we
our own.
need to stay quiet in the shadows so that they don't just see us in the middle of the street and
Crystal,
arrest us.
if you would
That-
have joined them for at least the conversation, you could have been helping them.
I know.
Like I said, Crystal, you
I'm
are more than
working
welcome.
I'm working up to involving Crystal. If you couldn't tell, I said we shouldn't do this alone.
There is a danger to being arrested outright, and that is the one flaw in the situation that I can see. Is that if they just want to arrest us, they'll arrest us. But if they arrest us with no cause, they'll have to release us.
I don't agree with that
The
sentiment.
Mia own the city until the end of the season.
Not true. That is not true at all. They were told they could stay until the end of the season. The Lion own the city. If they deem it fit to arrest us, they will arrest us. They owe us nothing.
Well, it won't be the first time I've escaped a jail
While
cell
I might be
in a
able
lion
to
district
press,
of a town.
while I might be able to press on someone's sense of honor, I don't believe I could convince an entire squadron of Lion guards who are under order from their lord to avoid taking us in. I think if we are going to go through Lion District, we should go as a group. We should wake up the others and ask them to accompany us. It
I
is
don't
safer
know
to
that I
travel
have-
that way together anyway.
I don't know
That
that
way,
I have
if we come
enough
into conflict,
medicine to ensure everyone gets a pleasant night's rest.
then let them be tired tomorrow. They can sleep in. And then on our way to Rancid Yoimachi's place, we can all go together and deliver a head.
What
if we must.
what were the parameters exactly of Yoimachi's request or offer?
Something.
Bring us a head? Does it matter what head or whose?
I'll tell you if you give me a second.
Yeah.
Because
if we just need a head, I could probably scrounge one up pretty quick.
I don't know where I put it, so I'm having to toggle through all of my pages. And
I can
pages
just
and
tell
pages.
you
I will
again.
say this. He says ingest. Ingest. Corey, before you start?
I can tell you exactly what the parameters is
Yeah, what was it?
if you kill for every person you kill in the city, you get 1 boo. For every for every G samurai or higher
Was a Koku.
was a koku. No, not every G samurai. It was for everybody. It was a boo for every. I think it was bouquet samurai. Yeah, bouquet.
Okay, so every samurai who's
I
of
don't
our rank or
understand
higher.
what
Yeah.
that is.
A
We
bouquet
could get-
samurai is all of you except for Sasha. Sasha
No.
is a G
Yeah.
samurai.
Sasha
Bouquet
is now a
samurai
G samurai.
is
What does that mean?
A
everybody.
G samurai is someone like a Ronin,
Ah.
or someone who has been given a position from like peasanthood to
Yeah.
like serve over a farm or
A
something.
low status.
I don't
Okay.
understand.
Samurai.
Can we use the English words when saying what I'm supposed to use?
so
Who I get a Koku for?
Ronin or lower, you get a boot.
Okay.
Samurai and
So
above.
proper samurai.
Proper samurai and above,
Like
you get
family
a
named
Koku.
samurai.
like Mitsuo would be a kuge. He's somebody who's of importance there.
And I'm sure if I killed Mitsuo, they would
They might
Freak
give you-
out.
initiate the fucking Karu.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if the Boseki are actually.
If you
already
kill
in
him-
the
If you kill him, I'm very sure Yoimachi will give you a koku for that.
Yeah, but all hell's gonna break loose, I'm sure.
I do not think that I could kill him right now. Certainly not.
I
Just
could.
like I'm gonna.
He's probably
By
napping.
stabbing
You
him
want
in
to
the back?
Oh my god.
He's probably napping. We can probably figure something out pretty quick. No, but seriously. So it doesn't. So as long as you have a head,
Arrow
to
through
bring
the
him-
ear during
I
the
don't even
night.
think I don't
And-
think I need to literally bring him ahead. I think he would believe me to my word if I told him I killed
Well,
someone in the
regardless,
city.
we could get a Bukuru for
Oh.
you if you want, but to
Tarek,
like prance
I
around
already
with
have
him.
one.
Tarek, are you saying that in this city, the snowy city, the lion sleeps tonight?
The quiet city.
The quiet
Yeah.
city. The lion sleeps tonight. Away.
Basically, what Kuronagi is trying to figure out at this point is, did they say they would be willing to meet with you after you captured a head?
Yes, I was
Capture
told
the
I could
head.
ransom Yoimachi specifically.
I will say again, this is what they said. Kill, for any person that you kill, you get a boo. For every a samurai you kill, you get a koku.
That is not true because afterward, Naurin said, "I will consider this if that means I can get a meeting with the man himself." And they said, "I'm sure that if you kill some people, Rancid Yoimachi will meet with you."
That's right. And Tarek said, or as Kuronagi said, if you get a head. They never said to bring them heads.
They did, but you were being more figurative because you did say it.
If you take their heads, is what you
Yeah.
said.
I mean,
I
you
think you
can.
meant it more in the take their heads way, but
Are
you
you-
did say it.
Yeah. Are you gonna go get a head sack?
I have a head sack, but I
Ooh.
don't think the heads are. I don't think the heads are that important. I think they just want me to kill people and cause chaos in the.
They
city.
want quote unquote heads.
Walking through Lion
Okay.
District with heads on your belt.
Right?
That would be a bit of a
Not suspicious at all.
So we know that they used to operate out of the poker house. What I don't know is where they're actually operating out of now, and that's what I need to learn. So if we can secure a meeting with Rancid Yoimachi where they operate out of, then this is an excellent opportunity.
I know that
if-
you can obscure your own appearance somehow, but I'm not aware if you can do that for others. And she gestures to her hair and says, "This makes me rather noticeable, even if I were to change my clothing."
I can do something about that right now.
If you bring scissors anywhere near me, I will hurt you.
Not scissors, just
I was gonna say,
Dies.
you know, die is a thing.
I know,
you
but
could
never
just-
trust Kuranagi. If
I have-
I didn't say that, she was gonna be like,
I have an assortment of dyes as well as wigs.
You could also just simply use fireplace ash to darken your hair and be
You
able
can-
to wash it out later.
I can make sure that you look different than how you look now.
as long as it's not permanent, it's fine.
And what's permanent in terms of months and years?
Kuranagi.
Okay, I'm just saying. If I dyed your hair, it wouldn't last forever. Just a few months.
I'm serious.
Okay, then put on the wig. She reaches into her pouch and tosses the wig at you.
Gotta make yourself look like Lion. So
It's red.
orange your
Lion-like
clothes and
red hair.
strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not
And if you want,
me.
I'll even put on like stupid lion war
So we're
makeup.
not gonna go with my idea and ask the rest of the party to come with us after we were told that it was a bad idea to travel alone.
We can.
We are gonna
No,
go
no,
on
we
our own.
can. But you still don't want to look like you, right?
The only reason I would consider obscuring my appearance is so that we aren't immediately arrested upon entering Lion District.
Perfect. Then put on the wig. I'll get the paint out.
I'm less concerned if we travel as a group.
Okay, but you can still wear the wig so that we don't get initially arrested. Take it off later. Or, I got some hooded clothes in here.
Just give me a cloak. She tosses the wig. Where did you collect so much human hair? Never mind. I don't want
It's not human.
to. Oh, God. What did you do?
They're easier to get, especially on the run.
Oh, when Kuranagi
Like
was up on that
horse hair,
tree, cutting
duh.
hair off that big oni.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clip, clip, clip.
God. See, that's what I mean about the
Just-
fucking scissors,
Just
man.
a little off the top.
It's barber over here.
Okay. So, did you want to go and get Moshisora at the least?
At the least.
Okay.
If she's willing to come with us.
You might be able to convince Youngso to come too, but I doubt Daisuke would want to get involved.
I do not have to leave him much choice in the matter.
That's true, but he might complain about it. And
He always complains about everything.
yes,
doesn't
but
he?
his complaints might be loud and vociferous enough to get us caught. If he wishes to come, give him the offer. If he doesn't, then let him sleep.
He's gonna Karen yourselves right into prison.
I know, right?
Lion-san, I'd like to speak with your manager.
Where's my phone call? I demand my lawyer. Okay, so Naren and Kuranagi split up to go.
Though the crane might be the most likely to get out of jail free card because they are currently allied with the lion somehow, so who knows?
Yep, the crane, the lion, and the scorpion.
I will leave you to make that determination on whether to handle. I'll go get Youngso and maybe Sora if you want to go talk to Daisuke.
Well,
I'm
also
just gonna
keep in
knock
mind-
very loudly on Daisuke's door and be like, "Wake up! We're going to Lion District."
What?
Wake up, bitch,
Why?
you're my best friend.
Because we have to eventually.
And the reason for our excursion over there is what?
Beautiful night.
Listen, do you want my help with your problems in this city or not? If so, get up.
You might want to clarify this
Hearing the
before
yelling, I stick my head out in the hallway and go,
jump into
"What's
it.
this about going to Lion District?
Yeah, come on, you're coming.
What are we doing?"
We're going to
We're going to see Rancid Yoimachi.
we're going to try to get a meeting with Rancid Yoimachi.
In that case, I grab Kuranagi, pull her into my room, and go, "Help me with the armor."
Okay. All right. Just
Ugh.
keep in mind, you want to keep a low profile and maybe not look like you, because if Rancid Yoimachi ties this back to you, that might not be great.
And Naren, outside of Daisuke's door, says, "You want to unite the Karu? We need to figure out what's going on with Rancid Yoimachi. You weren't there for the meeting, and
Fine,
you didn't
yes.
hear what you heard."
Let me dress for
Over
battle.
the armor, I put
whatever.
the reversed kimono, so it's just the black side out on my kimono.
You should really just get yourself some concealed armor. It's really, really quick and efficient.
Actually, now that I think about it, I thought I
Yes,
had
but
concealed armor, but it doesn't look
the
like I
ancestors
have.
gave this, so I will use this.
Fair enough.
I
guess that's
assume
for
I can hear all the hubbub out there in the hallway and pop out.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, Kuronagi wanted to run to your room first, and
I don't know for a fact if even if I kill someone, if they will take us to the hideout, and most likely not all of us. It might just be me.
That's true, but I can at least follow you or them back to a
But we
hideout.
can at least be less stupid by venturing into Lion District as a group.
And also, if I need to go to Lion District,
Because that's where our enemy
having
is.
people with me will help me not get caught by Lion, one. And two, I can always split off from y'all and go follow Karu back to their
Oh, silly, that is true. If you fail,
like-
if we are failing, you can go and
or
sneak
like
off on
or
your
like
own.
torture somebody to give me the
Oh,
information.
mamma mia.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, in a video game.
So,
What?
what's going on out here?
Naren, fill them in your special way.
Apparently, we have a deadline. We need to figure out what's going on with Rancid Uemachi sooner rather than later.
And
And we need to. I'm asking for your assistance in venturing into Lion District so that Kuronagi and I simply do not get arrested. I doubt my ability to fight off an entire contingent of Lion soldiers with just us two.
We shouldn't be going in thinking we're going to start something that big, but things could happen.
But that you know that it could happen.
Yeah, that's why I said things could happen.
what are you planning to do that could draw an entire contingent of the army?
Well, if you remember, they really don't like us. We've been ruining their plans for approximately, 2 years now? And
How
the last
many
time we met
individual
earlier
lion do you think know your face?
I mean, the lion could walk up to you and be like, "What are you doing?" And you'll be like, "What do you mean?" And they'll be like, "Thwart my plans."
Yeah.
I'm sure they know all of our faces because first of all, especially Naurin, because Naurin's kind of infamous in the city.
And also, what's your glory at right
Yeah,
now?
y'all's glory is
90.
really high.
94.
Yeah, so they know her.
They know all of us. They know probably all of us.
My glory's only 51.
There you
Yes,
go.
but
They don't know James.
we all thought. You have to remember, we all personally fucked over that Mitsuo guy who is the leader of the Lion in this district. I am sure he has told them, and he knows that we're in the city. So
They have
he
little
met
caricatures
us in
of us.
in the governor's estate. So I'm sure he told them, "Oh, if you see them, arrest them, bring them to me."
They just have
Like-
little caricatures of us up in the
Yeah,
magistrate's
like-
office.
Are wanted signs a thing in Rokugan?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
Of course there is.
Okay, so, maybe there are wanted posters.
Yeah.
There definitely are things like that. That's definitely a thing from feudal Japan. They would have a sketch of somebody and
A bounty.
a bounty
or
that
something.
would, it doesn't go this way. It goes this way down the side.
So, what we need are disguises.
Yeah, here, have this. She throws a wig at you.
Naren pulls a hood up over her hair, gathers all of her hair, tucks it down.
I could make you look like a kitsu if you want. Just
Naren,
saying.
Naren is
I
going
wouldn't
with
mind,
the
building
tried
myself
and
a
true.
disguise.
The tried and true. I'm just wearing a cloak, and that's my disguise, and no one will know.
I mean, Naren's not very content with hiding her appearance in the first place. So it's, it takes some convincing.
But she's also known for being very open with her kimono hanging open or tattoo showing.
Always wearing, she's a very I am who I am type
I
of
would
person.
say
She doesn't like hiding her
take
appearance.
that mask off. No wearing the mask. The dead
Take a
giveaway.
mask off.
Naren, slowly takes it off.
Oh, here, I wrap a bandana around her lower face.
Oh, that's not suspicious.
Well, no, but you're still well.
A
Wait,
not
are you?
scorpion.
Is it still important for you?
Look, it is important for me, but that doesn't. Clearly, you're not going to let it go until I do something. So, fine, I'll take a spare kimono and I'll put that on for now, and I'll take off my mask and I'll wear the hood. But that's as much as you're getting out of me.
Just so you know, like Naren's, you see the character art. She's got a pretty sexy body on her, but if she takes her mask off, she's got a big old black mole that's got hairs on it. Her teeth are all snarly and.
I know it. Her second
got
form
a-
is a
she's got a
cat.
It's a
beard.
slander.
She's got a beard with ace under it that punches out. I'm just kidding.
Slender.
She is probably the hottest person any of us will see in our lifetime. So, who else needs a disguise?
Well, I mean, I have my mundane clothes, but I will
Friend
have
with
to
blue hair?
hide my mohawk
White
for
hair.
certain,
Blue?
and maybe
Oh, wait,
obscure
you're-
my
It's
face a
blue?
bit.
You dyed your hair blue?
Look at his fucking art. It's blue.
It's gray. It's
And it's
thought it
whitened
was
with
white.
with a tinge of cyan,
yeah. I guess so.
like
It's
cyan
blue.
highlights.
Okay, if it's that obvious, then yeah, here's your wig, put it on.
It's like a lady's
Why don't I
wig.
shave off my hair? It'll grow back. As much of a front.
Do you want to do that now?
But also, anybody who sees you
Too spur of the
afterward
moment.
could realize that that's the hair of the person they saw tonight.
Look, do you know how to use a makeup kit?
Of course I do. What do you think
Okay, well then
I did
here's
when we first
Here's some
saw each other?
supplies. Go into the room and make yourself look
He's a
different.
crane, and he puts that powder on his face every day to minimize that.
Oh,
scar.
and I'm sure you don't remember my big bubbly disguise that I had previously.
Okay, well
It
then
is
you're
very difficult to forget.
You should have a very easy time making yourself look different.
I was rather
Alright,
concerned at how you would let
fine.
yourself go.
The rest of
Let
these
me
people
work my
need
magic. All right, Corey. So, is this like an aesthetics role, composition, design?
Oh,
It's
it's
like a really
design.
good
Aesthetics.
disguise?
Oh,
Like to, like,
design
isn't
to
it?
do
Try to
makeup.
make
Hold on.
Daisuke
Yeah, you
not
tell
look like
me.
Daisuke. Maybe
it
obscuring my scar a little bit,
aesthetics
make
or
it less,
design?
presentable. And
Or make it
hiding
more
my
presentable. You're going into Lion District. Maybe you really want that scar to pop.
oh, yeah,
Be like,
all right,
look
that's
what
fair.
your bitch gave me.
Yeah, design. Presentation matters. As Cord is often said, beautiful. Yeah, it's designed to disguise yourself.
It wouldn't be skullduggery? Could I use skullduggery?
I think you can use skullduggery too.
I would say skullduggery or design
In this
sounds good.
case,
Yeah.
probably makes sense.
All right, what would
If
be
you're
the
going for a
TM
like,
me?
I'm using makeup.
Okay,
Like,
Let's hold on.
hardcore,
Let's
because I'm
find a
using disguise.
technique that disguises you. I think it's in. I think there's shuji, right? A disguising shuji. I'm sure. We'll
Oh, I
give
get
us
to learn a
the
shuji. Nice.
correct.
Maybe. He's just looking up what skills these shuji are based off of
Yeah.
as a guideline.
No, there's none in the main book. I'm gonna say it's design or skullduggery. I could see both.
See, I feel like
I would
design would
adapt
be good
myself
for
to the Lion
doing your
District.
makeup, but if you're specifically using it to disguise yourself, it could also be skullduggery.
there's an
So this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna.
Yeah.
This is how I'm gonna do this. If y'all are disguising yourselves, so I mean, that is a breach of sincerity. So you're gonna be y'all are gonna be losing honor equal to your honor rank. But if you use skullduggery, I'm gonna say you're gonna lose honor equal to double your honor rank because you're also using like the bad
Okay.
skill to do it.
who wants my assistance to disguise themselves? I am doing skullduggery.
I'm doing
Um,
design.
What if,
I
yeah, what
simply
happens
put on
if
my
we have
face
somebody
mask and
else help
Release
us?
my hair. so
'Cause
that
I
it
know
is
I can't do it
loose
myself
instead of
anyway.
neutral tied back.
If
Everyone
somebody-
who doesn't want skullduggery can just have Daisuke help them.
And with
That's
my
easy enough.
black kimono, it makes me look like I might be Scorpion.
Because here's the thing: if you use design to disguise yourself, you're like, you may not be disguising yourself you're what you're doing is you're kind of changing your appearance so people don't recognize you. You know what? I'm going to change this. With design, you're just changing it so people don't recognize you. You're doing a Clark Kent, right? Therefore, you won't lose any honor. But if you use skullduggery, you're using the bad kind of disguising, where you're making it look like you're a completely different person. So that will lose you an honor rank. If you use skullduggery, you lose an honor rank. If you use design, you do not lose any honor. That's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm going to rank it. And you have to, depending on what your success is, write down your success somewhere on your disguise. So that is the vigilance of the person. If you run into somebody with a vigilance over that, they can pierce your disguise.
So I'd like to do 2 layers of this for Kuranagi. One of them is going to be a theology check, and the other one is going to be a disguise check, so that I have an outfit that fits the person I'm trying to portray myself as, and then a hidden visage using Mask of the Wind to make myself look and sound completely different.
Yeah, you can do both of those.
Cool.
They say.
All right, and what is
I'm
the
gonna
TN for
make
design?
myself look like a member of the Boseki. That's what I'm aiming to do.
Cool. So, can I sing the new song based on because now I got all of the lyrics in my head. For
Yeah.
They say that Lion Bushi scared the shit out of me. They could care less until someone will bleed. So orange your clothes and strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. I think that's fun. What's that band called again?
That was Teenagers, as sung by My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance, everybody. Check those guys out if you haven't heard of them. They're pretty good.
You know, in case you'd never heard of them.
So, Corey, what is the TN?
The TN
For
is
design.
1. But it
And
doesn't
you
matter
need to
what the
get
TN
as
is.
good as you can.
You have to get as many successes to beat somebody else's vigilance.
Ah.
And then I'm going to do my Mask of the Wind roll.
So yeah, design will help you, like, if what Sasha wants to do, like put on a cloak, make sure no one can see your hair, that kind of stuff is design to disguise yourself. What skullduggery is going to do is hide, it's going to make you look like someone completely different. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put different mons on me, and I'm gonna like make myself look like a different kind of thing, or I'm gonna look like a street sweeper or something.
Okay, so that would be like wearing an actual disguise, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Corey, I have 6 successes to look like a Boseki in outfit.
Got it.
And I have cast Mask of the Wind to make myself look like a man and speak like a man.
Okay, so you go and get some servants together and say, get me these bolts of cloth. And they go get you some bolts, and you start sewing away and getting a new costume and uniform. You have...
I mean, I think I have a costuming kit.
Yeah, but you need like... You
guess,
got
that's
6
fair.
successes. You got the servants to get you some stuff to make that really good.
Okay, cool.
It wouldn't surprise me if, like, Kuranagi has just a packet of various mons and that kind of thing that she can slap onto
Why are you
whatever.
guys rolling void for design? It is air. You're tricking people.
But I'm adapting myself.
No, you're tricking people. It is air. It is an air
All
roll.
right, I'll do air. I'll do an air roll instead.
None of these work unless it's air.
Ooh.
That's not going to work.
Naurin's works.
That was void.
Naren wasn't
I
void. She
did err.
spent a void
I
on
spent
it.
a void.
Oh, you spent a void. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
The
sorry. I
left
deleted the
side,
roll.
not the right side.
Just write down how many successes you got. I forgot.
It was
Did you
five.
delete my roll?
Yeah, accidentally.
It was 5. She had 5 successes.
Okay.
She had spent a void on it.
She spent a void. It was an air roll.
I'm not
Which is
very
why she
good
was
at
keeping
doing
5
makeup.
dice.
Can somebody help me?
Oh, I'll help you out.
Thank you so much.
I'm just going simple with mine of just black kimono, hair down loose, and wearing my mask.
Okay, so I think I want to use shading and highlighting to make it look like my facial features are different. Like maybe if we can make my cheekbones look more prominent, that kind of thing.
Sure.
I'm also gonna spend a
alright.
void.
So my
instead of full disguise, you're out slamming them
opportunity
so
will
they
be
don't
help
recognize you
Mochi
later.
Dora.
They can also get an iron out and make your hair straight.
Kuronagi handed me a wig.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she said, "Here, take this wig."
I tried to get Naren to wear it and she wouldn't.
Yeah, Naren really doesn't want to do that.
No, Narn only does bald caps.
Obviously.
Well,
Bald is beautiful. The bald caps are not, because like people's hair is under it and it makes your hair. If you put a bald cap over your hair, then yeah, it looks weird and lumpy and like too tall.
I remember watching Battlestar Galactica where they make the president bald because she's, dying of cancer. And
Right.
The bald cap was so bad, it made her head look so massive that I couldn't stop laughing. And I was like, oh my god, I can't laugh at this. But oh my god,
Yeah,
her head is massive.
Yeah, so
honestly, if you don't need the character to go back to having hair, just shave your fucking head.
The
I mean-
disguise kit comes with false mustaches, beards, hair extensions, prosthetics for ears, noses, and fingers, and a concoction for changing the appearance and texture of the skin by adding lesions and
Wrinkles
scars
stuff.
are all contained in the disguise
I
kit.
have to say this. If you're an actor or actress and they're paying you a lot of money and they're like, we need you to be bald, why not shave your head? Just
I mean,
just
some people don't
do
wanna-
that.
The actress is probably like in 2 or 3 different projects at
If
once.
they
and
are
she
in-
need to keep her hair.
Unlikely.
Usually,
And when you get older as a woman, hair becomes really hard to grow back, and it's like really rude to be like, you have to shave your hair for this role, and not everyone can grow hair back like that. Like seriously, I'm not joking.
Yeah,
My mom
really.
is at the age where if she shaved her head, and she's 40, she's at the age where if she shaved her head, it would take her years to grow back her hair.
Your
Like-
mom is 40?
Yes, is that crazy? I'm
No,
20.
it's just your mom is younger than me.
I am 20 years old. My mom is 40.
You're
It's not really
you're
crazy.
23.
Well, yeah, I'm.
I would
still-
say, like, where
forgot
mom is
how
like,
old I
you're
was.
you're in
I
a
said
couple
I was
productions.
20.
Her character was dying. She wants to get more work as an actress. But here's the thing, wigs are a thing in Hollywood all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess I don't know all the circumstances, but I would like the guy who plays Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie looks fucking amazing. He really looks great. Love that guy.
And all I'm
God.
saying is it's a really gray line about bodily autonomy and what should be okay to be demanded of you from occupation.
Yeah, but to me, like, hair is an affectation. I understand a lot of people put a lot of their, like, who they are, their, what's it called? Their identity in their hair. While I understand that, I think it's silly. hair is an affectation. If you can't shave your beard as a guy, there's something wrong with you. It's like, oh, I'm the beard guy with the big beard that does the thing, and no way I could shave my beard. I wouldn't be the same person. There's something wrong.
There's a really good reason why that's like not the end of the issue, because it's like, oh, if people can be like, we need you to shave your head for this role, and that's perfectly fine, where do you draw the line? What about, we need you to donate blood live during this role? We want you to
Except that's ridiculous and stupid.
No, it's
Nobody would
not.
do that.
No, it's not. But why not? You can shave off hair, you make more blood. If it's a medical show and they want to stick you with a real needle for the realism, like, that is
Except that's
natural
completely unnecessary because they have special effects for that.
Where you can do effects to,
Okay,
to
I don't know
achieve
that
the same
that's
effect.
necessarily the most optimal use of our time to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's very wild to me how you guys don't understand that, like, bodily autonomy matters, and being like, you should be okay to give up something from your bodily autonomy because you're a woman, and like have shaved
I
your
didn't
head
say because
yeah.
you're a woman. That never came in. My example was specifically Lex Luthor. That said, like, if you knew going into the role that they're like, well, we want you to give blood for this role, we want to see that that realism in it.
Yeah.
I would be like, well, if I knew up front, but if it's like third season in and now they're like, hey, we want you to do that blood thing, I'd be like, I don't know anymore. Like,
I would also kind of
That's the
demand
thing
a
about the
wider-
hair.
That's
thing.
the thing
Like,
about the
if
hair.
they
Yeah,
want
exactly.
someone willing to do that, then that's fine. But like, if they don't, then that's their right.
I see that. I see that. I get that.
For that, or called stupid or silly or any of those things.
But also, what are you willing to do for your craft?
Yeah, how far you willing to go?
You gonna go on stage naked?
I mean, there are lines. I'm not saying there aren't lines that some people are good with and some people aren't.
Well,
Everybody
Kuranagi got
who's
6
gonna do
successes.
Are we done with that?
How many successes did people get for them?
I got 2.
Oh, Matt, you haven't made the reroll.
So,
I did. I
We
got.
Did
I got.
design.
So here we go.
For Moshisora.
We got some talkie here in the chat about this. Fat Corn says, my dad's 51, pretty elderly.
My mom turned 70 this year, and if you think 50's old, thanks for the insult towards me.
All the guys,
You're gonna have a very good disguise.
all the
unlike
guys
me.
here, all the guys here are facial hair dudes. Yeah, Fat Corn. Yeah.
I got a couple scars on my face I don't like showing too much, so I at least keep stubble.
And then Daryl says actors eat bugs for a role. That's happened. But I mean, like I said, do you know you're doing this going into it? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
or is this
there
like
are outliers all over the acting community? Because like Christian Bale almost killed himself losing weight to portray characters in the past.
Yeah, well,
they
that's
look
a
at
him
Angry
thing.
Birds.
He
Look
wanted
at
to
Brendan-
do that.
look at Brendan Fraser and what he did to do The Mummy
exactly.
3, and it
Like I said,
ruined him.
there are outliers out there that are willing to do really wild things for their craft to make it feel for them like they're actually inhabiting the role. But that doesn't mean that everybody has to.
Or
follow
that
the same
they
pattern.
should do those things.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
that they should.
seriously.
Yeah,
I
That's
mean,
right.
it's
Bale
one
almost
thing to
died
go
doing
down
that
to
one
like
movie.
100
I
pounds
forgot
and another
that we
to
could have
just
been
cut
helping
your
each other with our
hair.
disguises, and we should have rolled
That's
better,
why-
but that's too late now.
That's why, like, when I say these things, like, what are you willing to do for your craft? I chortle afterwards because I'm not being,
Serious, yeah.
yeah, I'm saying something that people do say, but I am aware of the absurdity of it. Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's a matter of how much you're paying me, and let me know up front, and then tell me how much you're paying me.
Aliens
Yeah.
3, she shaved her head because space lice or something.
Oh, yeah, Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
They also did it in V for Vendetta. Natalie
We
Portman shaved her
really
head.
should move on at this
But
point.
yeah, let's.
Yeah,
keep
I
going.
don't know why we're still talking about this.
All right, off we go. Lion Lands. Y'all are wrote down your successes. Y'all know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are gonna take a boat to Lion Lands. We're gonna move y'all down to Lion Lands. We're gonna move you down to Lion Land. Going to Lion Lands. Lion Lands are here. Boop.
Yep, I'm glad I had help and used a void point, because I still only got 2 successes.
Dice Game only got 2 successes.
What do you
Daisuke
wanna-
gave you an extra success.
What do you want to bet that there's Boseki hanging around the terraced graveyard?
How do I have an extra success?
Because Daisuke re-rolled to help you out and gave you 3 successes total.
Okay. You get to Lion District. It is... The sun's going down. A couple lion walk up to you, and they say... They stop you. And they say, halt. Samurai. This town...
Ain't
By the
big
way,
enough for the both of
I'm
them.
wearing my traveling clothes, not my ceremonial
Right.
stuff.
Yep.
They say, we are making sure that this area is safe in these troubled times. So we demand that you peace tie all weapons.
Okay.
Very well.
Non-samurai weapons must be either relinquished to us or they go back to where they came from. Samurai weapons must be peace tied within their saya.
What does peace tying look like in this time period? What does that actually? What does that?
You know,
make-
I don't know
actually-
exactly what it looks like.
Basically, they use a cord to tie around the hilt of your blade and underneath.
So what it's going to do
So-
mechanically is you need to take one round to untie your weapons in order to get them out the next round.
Okay.
All right, so
A whole round or an extra action?
in
It's
You know, I think it would make sense for it to be an action.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were on water,
Water
stance,
stance,
you could
yeah.
use it for a no-roll action.
sure we can do that.
okay. So Corey, I'm only taking my Wakizashi and Jite for this excursion.
All right.
To keep things light.
Your GT doesn't have a sheath. They demand that you relinquish it
Oh,
to
it's
them.
concealable. It's concealed. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
would you
not,
like to make a concealed roll then? Because they will be checking for weapons.
All right.
Kuranagi definitely is making a concealed check.
All right, and that is under skullduggery, I assume.
I don't
Yep.
have anything concealed. I don't even have anything concealable.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It is a TN3 designing air or smithing air check.
Woo!
Design or smithing.
All right, I will definitely spend a void for this one.
No, wait, hold on. Some weapons and armor easily hide. Unless explicitly worn openly for the reveal of use, a concealed item is assumed to be hidden. When observing the wearer of a hidden item, a character must succeed at a TN3 design air or smithing air check to discern. That's interesting. Instead of the concealer concealing it, all people viewing it need to roll.
Because it's just assumed that you've hidden it.
Interesting.
So they have to be looking for it. But it's
And
not a
they
very
are.
high roll.
TN3.
Right. And if they succeed, could I contest it with my own roll?
I don't think so.
No.
They
It's
just
a TN3.
find it.
All right, fine.
That's what I just read the rules.
Yes, yes, yes.
You want to read the rules? Go to page 240, and you can read it, and then you'll get all the information you need. Page 240. Subjects of Rokugan, Loyal Bushi. We're just going to use that because I don't have any lion written up right now. It's going to be air. Don't worry, they probably won't check. They probably won't see them. Nope. Hold on.
Probably won't see them.
Nope. They see weapons.
Well, Corey, like
at
at least Daisuke won't won't make a fuss about it.
Okay,
I
they'll tell
have-
you to put the GT back, and I'm going to do one now for Tarek. And he's...
I have a question. Also, what would a typical Boseki be carrying with them? You said they
You've
had
seen
like
they
grave
had
marker.
Kaseru pipes.
Kaseru pipes.
And you also heard tell that they have grave markers on them.
Yeah,
That's
they
weird.
don't carry wakizashi or anything like that, though, right?
No, you haven't seen them. You've seen them have ninja toe on them.
Okay. Ninja.
Apparently you're good, Tarek. They don't find anything on you. Anybody else have concealed weapons? James?
I did not bring my knife.
And Sasha, you have concealed weapons. Okay, they will check you.
God damn it.
Yeah.
What concealed weapon are you trying to bring? Because you just use your sword, right?
My knives.
Oh.
And I am wearing my amigasa.
Well, they find your knife. And they ask to take them, or you can put them back on the boat.
I'll leave them on the boat.
Okay.
I just have my katana.
You have your katana. Peace tie that, and you're just fine. They
Yeah.
say if you ever are caught without your weapon peace tie, they will arrest you.
Naren probably has to peace tie two things because Wakazashi has
That's right.
proper
Yeah.
samurai
Wakazashi
and
and,
katana.
And they say enjoy your time in Lion District.
Arigato. Very nice of you to assist us.
I'm also pretending to be mute, so I merely nod in response to them wishing us a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where are you guys headed now?
I don't know. You guys didn't really say what we're doing here exactly.
Yeah, it did. I said we were gonna try to get a meeting with Rancid Yoimachi, which means we need to find the dude.
Okay.
So
Do you know where their boathouse is located, or if he is somewhere else?
we were at the boathouse before, so we
Yes,
can
you
go
know where it is
to the
located. I am going to put that down on the map right now. Let me... Drawing tools, wall controls... here we go. Journal notes. Let's create a map note. We're going to put the boathouse right here. We're going to call it the Boseki
If we
Boathouse.
on our
We're
own.
going to create a corresponding journal entry, and we're going to put it in Rich Frog locations. Create map note. Okay, and now we're going to give that to everybody so they can do stuff with it. Where are my notes?
Do stuff.
All right, we want...
God, this page has been so laggy. Just the whole time.
I'm sorry, darling.
Yeah, something happened with Windows recently as a Windows update, and I have been having all my stuff
All right.
lagging. like
Boseki
crazy.
Boathouse. It's on the map, and you can make changes to that location if you want. So let's...
Yeah, Tarek, I read an article recently. Some of the Windows update, recent one, has actually been causing crashes.
Yeah, that's what happened to mine.
So y'all go to the boathouse. I have the old map to the boathouse. I don't have one that is
So do you want to check out the graveyard?
updated with all of the changes that have came with it. But I can tell you this: you walk to the boathouse that you were there in the spring, and you see a partly blasted out, a partly burned down building. In the twilight, it looks super ominous. Under packed snow, you see definite, like, charred parts to it and holes in the boathouse. Do
Doesn't
you
sound good.
approach it?
Look to see if there's any footprints in the snow.
I mean, does it look recently blasted out? Is this like,
Like it's
or-
not
or
smoking.
is it like an old ruin?
James, you find some footprints in the snow.
Going in and out of the place.
Looks like.
Point at it, get with a little wave from to get Kuranagi his attention just so, and then do a little.
So, Sasha, it's hard to understand when exactly this happened.
Well, is there like snow on top of the pieces of the wall that are are
Yes.
exposed to the air? Like this didn't literally just happen. Snow has
It
fallen.
doesn't
and
look
covered-
like this literally just happened. I'll
Okay.
tell you that much. This seems pretty buried in the snow.
It doesn't smell super strongly of like recent smoke, but maybe there's still the smell because there's like burnt wood around. And
Nope.
I get it.
So, James, what's your character doing again?
Getting Kuranagi's attention, pointing out the footprints and making a gesture of back and forth.
There does seem to be
It's an operation.
a small trail in the snow. The snow seems pretty heavy, like it's about knee deep. And there are these little
A little heavy.
there's a little like canyon that goes to and from the place.
Like, gee,
How-
that's not obvious at all.
How does it sound out here? Any talking, any movement outside of us? Sounds of people shuffling in the snow?
You don't hear anybody shuffling in the snow.
With her special ears.
They are quite special. Okay, is there I'm gonna look around to see if there's a way underneath
Underneath where?
the boathouse.
A crawl space like the one you
No.
went before.
I'll show you the map again so you can get an idea of what's going on and how.
I would love that.
Yeah, because I think you've totally forgotten. Bathhouse, Bridgetown, forget. Nope, none of these. Here it is. Activate.
Mm.
There's no
This way.
token giving me visibility.
There,
There we
that
go.
should.
Oh look, it's a it's kind of
This solid gray expanse of nothing.
Sorry, Crystal. You can look at my my map over here. So basically, there used to be a water wheel here. That doesn't exist anymore. There is a little walkway, but it's covered in snow. And this building here is got holes in it. Yeah.
There's
Is the
little-
raccoon still there though?
No, there's no. There might be. You don't know. But you guys are
That is-
on the street at this bridge, looking at it from here.
The raccoon is not currently on the patio. It's
the-
made a nest under the eaves.
But the place is covered in snow.
Well, that was
Uh,
certainly unexpected,
the
but not
little- the little-
surprising.
Path goes this way, right?
Yeah, it goes this way. It's here. Yeah.
Perhaps this was the Lion Lord's
That's-
attempt at getting them out of
That's
this.
where
But
the
it's-
snow is like.
It is a path that if you take it, you'll have to go single file.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can traipse through the knee-deep snow. I mean, it's just snow. It'll slow you down, but also it'll make you kind of cold and wet.
Kuronagi just
that's-
walks the path.
That's a little annoying. Okay. Y'all head on up there.
Look, if everybody's following me, then sure. But
Yeah,
regardless
I'll
of if
head up.
anybody follows, Kuronagi
I'll
starts
take
walking.
up the rear of whatever group wants to head up.
So as you head on up there, you notice that there is a sign half covered in the snow.
I'll walk up and
Just gonna say,
Condemned.
if you notice Lion Lord,
just I'll dust it off.
All
Around
right,
the snow?
you start digging it out of the snow. It's not dusting it off. It's like it's half buried. You gotta kind of dig in there to get it.
I got a shovel.
could we go back to the other map so I can take my notes without having
Sure,
to read
sure.
them? Okay.
Definitely. You dig it out, and it says, what it says is, nobody leaves the rich frog.
Oh.
So they burned the boathouse so that people couldn't escape using
Their
the
own
boats here?
boathouse?
Yes,
Damn.
it says, and then you dig farther down, and there's another message. Except through the underworld.
Oh.
Ooh, we know where that is.
The graveyard. Well, they probably mean
Through death. Yeah.
They
But-
probably mean through the death, but
yeah.
there is kind of a literal underworld on the island.
I mean, they're at least getting their gravestone markers from there, so it's worth checking out.
Kuronagi is going to mime act displaying this to people and talking like she's explaining to this group of samurai that these are the rules of the Boseki. Get what I'm saying, Corey?
Still in the role in case someone's listening.
Not only in case someone's listening, but in
Watching.
case somebody's watching.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, if somebody's paying attention to them right now, she is going to act like she is a Boseki, giving people the business.
So Fatcorn says, Sora Crystal said she's over 40. I don't believe it. She looks way younger. I'm not going to comment on Corey, though.
Oh wow!
Watch out,
Corey.
Corey.
I'm
He's
an
gonna
old
see-
man.
No,
Old
I was saying,
man!
oh, because Corey, they said I'm not going to comment on Corey like they're calling Corey old.
I know.
It's brutal.
Maybe they're saying that Corey doesn't look a day over 14. Who knows?
I'm going to give you the old howdy doody.
It's about to say Ohio, and not mean the actual state.
Let me tell you about MASH. Y'all young people don't understand
I
how
love the show.
MASH, the television series.
I've played MASH plenty of times when I was a kid.
I haven't.
I know I look younger than I am, but surprise, gonna turn 48 this year.
Aw. He also says that he has a water wheel that his gramps made him with a rock tumbler on it.
Neat.
Aw.
That's cool. It's an odd comment. Been drinking Old Forest Rye, and I'm a cheap date. Are you a bottom?
There you go. Because maybe Dan.
That's the question. That's the question of this game. It's the name of this. Anyways, the name of this stream. Are you a bottom? Okay.
Okay, and
so
then Kuranagi's gonna move up into the building and look around.
Oh shoot! What did I just do? Save and return. So you start looking into the building,
Mhm.
and you notice as you come around that there is a warm glow from inside.
Kuranagi will look back at the group and signal people inside. She'll wait out here and gesture for y'all to go in to talk. Or if you want, I can call out to them.
It might be a good idea to announce ourselves rather than simply barging in.
I think that's debatable, but okay.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're done with the game. Game over.
I'm glad I didn't bet that I would be able to do this in one game session.
How would we even bet that?
I don't know.
Okay. 2 XP for everybody. Bingo cards. I don't think anything happened with your bingo cards, but it might have.
Nah.
What else?
Much
No
happened,
glory.
really.
We said how much honor you lose from disguises already. So I think that about, you know what? James, lose glory equal to your glory rank. For leading spies to the spy house.
Oh, yeah, that from last time.
And I think that should be about it. All right, everybody. Thanks for playing. Everybody out there, Johnny Rico, Bash was the bomb. Yo, you better believe it. I don't know. I've never watched it.
All right.
Oh,
My
oh,
glory's
yeah.
now only 46.
Just one last thing. Sasha, what skill did you use to disguise yourself? You used, skullduggery, right?
Design.
No, design.
No design.
I've got a bingo point then.
Oh my goodness.
Because now Ren used the design skill.
Oh my god. Look at that. All right. From James, Matt, Tarek, Sasha, and Crystal, my name's Corey, urging you to go roll some dice.